Okay, so I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna take out the rack and then hopefully that will stand up straight on the floor. So I can just put that on the floor and then with a bit of luck I'll be able to take out at least 20 keys just to have a look underneath and see the state of how that is. So I'll get stuck in. Okay, so I'm a bit concerned because obviously I've never taken this piano apart before, so I've no idea how things are going to be underneath. There's knob number one, and knob number two. I'm going to try not to drop them down the piano. So I'm going to put them in the same order so I know which screw is where, just so everything's exactly as it was. Alright, so that's the third one. Can't see any more. And I've had a quick look underneath the sort of feet, and with a bit of luck it should just come straight out. I've got to watch the damper bar, but I've got it out, so with a bit of luck that should give it more room. I'm going to see if it moves. Okay, it moves quite easily, and it seems to have come just completely loose with very little resistance. It was literally just perched. And it is standing up on its own, so that's good. I've just got it over there a bit, and okay. And yeah, so these are in the keys, these little chappies. Never seen that before. I've only ever seen it where the pins are attached to the whole mechanism. So let's go ahead and take one out. I'm just going to bring it straight up completely. Have a look underneath. There's no dust or anything. And I'll bring the camera up a bit closer. Okay, so here we are, and that's what I'm talking about with the felt underneath the pin. Well, I suppose it's just above where the pin is, but it looks to be in good condition. There should be like probably a bit of papery sort of stuff, and then a felt underneath. So see the two discs there. So somebody has adjusted that. Otherwise, you might just expect one from the original dude's positioning. So, and then you can see the beginning of the second one there. So I've got key number one here. I'm just going to put it there. I'm just going to take a few off because I really suspect that they're all in good condition. Let's have a look. Start to see a bit of dust and things. Okay, keep going. I mean, you can take loads off at once if you stick your hand under, and you can pull off like 5 or 6, but keeping going here. And also, good to have a look at these bits of felts as well, just to check to see how they're all doing, if there's anything totally deformed or rotten, or, you know, because with keys like this, you would expect several people over the years to have thrown numerous drinks over it. And sometimes it sort of congeals and hardens in between the keys. That's why you have very little movement in some old pianos and stuff, because the keys are all stuck together with, like, you know, a thick sort of sugary solution. See if I can get a bit of light in here. So you start to see a bit of dust, but I was inspired by a chap who was also restoring a Petrof piano on another YouTube channel. And he was taking up all the keys in the piano, and he was like, yeah, I'm just going to have a look underneath. He said, I sort of suspect loads of dust and stuff. He found a mouse's nest with an actual dead mouse in it. So he was like, oh my God. And so this poor mouse's nest was about here in the piano, just lying underneath. So, poor little thing. Anyway, so you might expect a few weird surprises in and around underneath pianos. But it's looking all right. I might just take a few more off because I'm still more curious. Obviously, there's more likely to be damage in the middle, but I suspect these are all fine. I might just take a couple out in the middle and have a look there. So these ones are all in the right order. Just going to take out a few of these. See if I can take at once. Perhaps should do one. So just looking at these, yeah, they're quite worn, but it didn't seem to be problematic before. You can see sort of, hopefully that focuses, but you can see inside there should be a bit of felt on either side, and you could probably maybe even see the hole going through it, but could be better, I think, that, but I don't know if it's really bad. And just going to get the camera again. So you can see the felts here, they're all looking pretty good, you know. They're not perished away or rotten or covered in like Coca-Cola or something. And then you can see more adjusters, but it's all nice. Bit of dust underneath. Probably shouldn't have just blown that. But I might give that a hoover, and but that's looking good. Perhaps take a few out more from up here. A couple of these out. Oh, there's a paper clip. Yeah, you never know, you might find like a, I don't know, gold ring or something underneath. Or a £10 note. There we go, it's my first gift from the piano. So, I might just pause up and get the hoover out. Just going to take them all out. It's going to be fun, really. See if I can speed this up later on in the video. Have I messed up the order already? Hopefully not. Stick it up there. Should be able to tell, shouldn't I? B flat, D. We'll come to that. Cross that bridge and then come to. So, another paper clip. Just a bit of dust there, really. Can't see anything shocking. I hope they're numbered, these keys. So hopefully I've got them in the right order. Okay, it's just a bit of dust. No mice nests or anything. Nothing looks too crazy. And all these felts, they look really good. They're all really nice and firm. This one's too. It doesn't feel like it's been spilt on or anything. So I'm going to go and get the hoover. So what I'm going to do now is put all the keys back, and hopefully I got them all in the right order, and then sort of reconstruct it. And I'm going to have a quick look at the rack over there just to see if it needs a bit of hoovering. I'll hoover that up, and then I'm going to bring it back, and we can sort of get going with thinking about the tuning. And here's the hoovered version. So you can see all the felts, these nice chunky felts, they're all nice and thick. So that's all nice and clean now. And there's no like felts missing or anything. Nothing looks crazy. And gives you a good chance to have a quick look at the soundboard and all the other strings. Not too worried about that. That's just from marks where the dampers go. A little bit of dust there, not too worried. So everything looks fine, everything mechanically looks good. I can't see anything, nothing's jumping out at me that says, oh, you've got to look at this. There's a bit of a scratch there, that's just surface, it's not a crack or anything. So, okay, looks good to me. The one thing I did find was this tiny little piece of wood, and it looks a bit like it could well have come out from the inside of the piano, but what I also did find was that on the rack, I don't know if you can see a bit of more light, where is it? One of these little rods looked a bit, oh yeah, you can see it, different colour glue there. So that's been repaired. And I just wondered if that rod there was the same. Actually, it looks a bit smaller now, but anyway, I just was a bit concerned. I was like, where's that broken off from? But while we're here, we can have a good look at the wedding straps and all the leathers there. Sounds a bit kinky, actually, doesn't it? Wedding straps and leather. But just that little clasp with the leather that goes through. They all look to have been replaced to me. There's no chance on earth that these are the original ones. There's no way on earth these are 90-year-old. So that's all looking good. There's not even much dust on here. I think this whole unit's been restored, you know, because just all the felts are looking great. New hammers. And now we can have a look on the other side of the hammers. So that's what I mean about the little grooves. There's really nothing there. See those 3 grooves in the middle? Or two little pits. And sometimes you see them totally deformed. And that's where you would like scratch them out. You know, you just literally get a sort of tool with a sort of sharp bits on it. You can scratch the end off. You can even use sandpaper. And let's have a look at these dampers. I mean, they're all looking fab. There's nothing amiss about those. And back here, what have we got? It looks alright, so I might be able to do the lubrication part of things from here. I'll also have a closer look at all these pins a bit later. But for now, I'll get stuck back into putting the keys back in